All right, let's do a deeper dive into this. You say, as a veteran, if the people do not possess the same level of firepower as the military, then if the government turns tyrannical, they cannot defend themselves against said government, I believe is what you said. So you believe that average everyday citizens should have the same level of firepower as the military. So let's start at the top. The military has nuclear weapons. Should Bob at the end of the street be able to own a nuke? That's the same level of firepower that the military has. The military has nuclear weapons. Tom, you know that not just anybody from the military can let loose a nuke. I know that, but that's the same level of firepower that the military... Should the people of the United States of America be able to have Tomahawks, cruise missiles, RPGs, Claymore mines? What you're saying is that anything that the military possesses, right? A fully armed Black Hawk helicopter, the people of the country should be able to possess the same thing. I want you to think about that for a minute. I'm not talking about this rifle versus that rifle, this handgun versus that handgun. We can have that conversation. I don't even think that's appropriate either, but we can have that conversation. That's not the conversation you're having. You're saying that the people of this country should be able to possess the same level of firepower that the military has. Well, the military has some ungodly levels of firepower. You believe the American people should be able to bring it down to a more simplistic, quote-unquote, level than nuclear weapons and Black Hawk helicopters. Should the American people be able to own M60s? Fully automatic weapons. Grenades. Drones. Hellfire drones. Reaper drones. Should I be able to sit here in my office and play with my Reaper drone? Because if your answer to that is yes, that is a position I could never possibly get on board with. Okay. I understand and I agree with the notion of the people being able to protect themselves against the tyrannical government. I actually agree with the right when it comes to that kind of thought process. We should be able to defend ourselves against the tyrannical government. But if you are dealing in reality, today, January of 2025, that horse is so far out of the barn, it's ridiculous. We're not talking about a period of time in which the military had muskets, so we had muskets. And everything was pretty much even. That is no longer the case. Hasn't been the case for generations. There is no way the American people could ever possibly match the level of firepower that the U.S. military has. We have come too far in our advancement of military weaponry and defense systems. It's too far advanced at this point in time. It's no longer musket for musket, maybe cannonball for cannonball, right? Oh, you have a musket with a bayonet on the end of it. So do I. All right, we're even. That cat's out of the bag. Unless you're saying everybody on your block should be able to own a fucking nuke, then there is no way in hell that could ever become a reality. Now, does that mean that the military has, without a question of a doubt, the upper hand on the American people? Yeah, it does. Yeah, this isn't 1776 anymore, my guy. That reality is long gone. Long gone. And I don't give a fuck how many AR-15s you got stashed in your basement. Like, I literally don't care. If you're not a threat to yourself or anybody around, have 500 of them. I don't fucking care. Have 500 AR-15s and 20,000 rounds of ammunition. If you're not a threat to anybody, I don't give a shit if you own that shit. But just understand that if you have 5,000 or 500 AR-15s and 10,000, 20,000 rounds of ammunition, you are still going to get smoked by the government. They are going to turn you into vapor. What's going to be left of you can be cleaned up with a fucking sponge. You're bringing an AR-15 to a drone fight, and that's where you're going to go, right, that's why we should be able to own drones. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. We should be able to protect ourselves in our homes. We should be able to protect our families in our homes. I am all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for concealed carry. If you get into, yeah, we should be able to own rocket launchers and claymores and grenades and drones and Black Hawk helicopters, that's where you and I diverge in this entire conversation. Have you ever been to a school board meeting in your town? Have you ever been to a village board meeting in your town? Have you seen some of the dumb fucks that attend these meetings? You want to give these inbred cousin fuckers drones? Are you fucking kidding me? Hard pass.